Hello, what's going on, guys? I am NumbNexus, bringing you guys here the Primarina Moveset video. It's been widely requested, and after this now we have hit all the starter Pokemon in terms of viability and ranking. So of course, if you guys are enjoying, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. With YouTube's new BS algorithms, like your now feedback and support now means more than anything, as well as leave your questions in the comments section down below on not really questions of feedback on, you know, some other type of sets you could see being ran, because Primarina is honestly a little difficult. Like, it's a little limited. It doesn't have the world's greatest move pool, so it's a little limited. Also, check in the description, I made a who's the best starter of the three. Definitely go check that out, as you can find out who's the best team: Primarina, Decidueye, and Incineroar. But with that, we're gonna get right into the video and talk about its stat distribution. So, like on across the board, stats really aren't too bad. It has 80 HP, which is good. 74 in attack and defense, so like don't worry about going for like acrobatics or waterfall or some shit like that. Special attack is very high of 126, and special defense is pretty high of 116, as well as in speed of 60. So of course the thing is not going to be outspeeding a lot of things. Look at its stat distribution. It basically looks like it's a bulky offensive Pokemon, and not to mention, of course, that defense stat is quite low, but it's the fact that its fairy typing is going to help it take most of these physically offensive moves like knockoff and other dark stabs and dragon you're immune to and fighting you resist. So as those are now new buffed bug types, you resist that. So it's like, yeah, defense may be low, but it's the fact that it has the fairy typing that's gonna make it more bulkier, coupled with that 80 HP and the whopping high 116 special defense. So now getting more into the showdown portion of this Pokemon is kind of hard to build for, I like to say, because I don't see any sets else that could exist. I don't know. I actually could, and we're gonna actually do it live on here, or I just slap it on there, and we just do AV because it's a really good AV user. All right, so essentially the first set that I have is a Spec Set. That's the first thing that came to my mind, seeing a special attack stat and HP of that stat so high. You can actually hit like a behemoth when you have something like this, who has 126 special attack and choice specs. I figured going Scald, Moonblast, Psychic, and Ice Beam, and to go more into that, Mega Venusaur. You want to definitely have Psychic because of Mega Venusaur, the way that you can be able to hit it. Otherwise, that's really one of the hugest reasons why you'd want to run that. Otherwise, Ice Beam is nice because it kills a lot of Pokemon. Same thing with Moonblast. It's just coverage, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. And then of course Scald to stab and has a chance to burn. If you honestly want more power, you could say remove Scald. You can go Hydro Pump if you want, a base 110, but that's on you if you miss that. I never run Hydro Pump because I miss it all the time. You can go like me and run Surf. Sure, you can lose 20 point power, but it's the fact that, you know, it's still strong. And then you actually can do the new Sparkling Aria, which it's a base 90 stab, and it cures the target of its burn. So it's literally opposite Skull, because Skull is base 80. So if you want to get 10 more points of power but actually remove their burn, that's on you. Wanted to run that new stab move that it has. You can do that. I mean, it's pretty hard. I've tried Sparkling Aria in the ladder, and it hits pretty hard. Those 10 points really does come into play. But I think Scald is better because you want to burn your opponent. You know how nice it'd be to hit somebody really hard with Scald and burn them? That'll actually become crucial within a match, and it can literally change the whole tide of the match, making you win, potentially. So there's definitely that, and I guess now we can move on to the next set here, which we're going to be having a leftovers set. It's a sub 3 attack set. I figured since the thing has so much HP and so much natural bulk, you may as well use a subset, you know, try and work something out there with sub. And then of course Scald, Moonblast, and Ice Beam. It's gonna be like this a lot, you know, a lot of Primarina videos you see like this, and a lot of Primarina sets you will see like this, because I mean, like, what more can you do? It's a very limited move pool, so it's like, what more can you really do here? I mean, you could mix it up a bit. I could see people starting to run with the Hidden Power Electric, but there's no need when you have that Fairy Stab. There's no need. There's definitely no need at all. But I mean, yeah, this is just it. A Sleep Talk set would be cool, specs as well, but for now, this is it. Again, it's pretty similar EV spread, because those are its like best stats. You know, those are legitimately its best stats. So Skull, Skull, Moonblast, Ice Beam, and Substitute. You have the lefties to consistently give you a lot of recovery turn by turn, and then you also have the chance to burn them as well, and being safe behind a sub, resisting a lot of typings and moves. You should actually be definitely chilling. Moving on to the next set we have here, though, is again, like I said, it's a choice spec set, but it's the liquid voice set. It's not released yet, so you guys cannot run this. I'm letting you know that right now. I don't know when it's going to be released. I think after Bank, or maybe on release of Bank, they could do some type of holiday, or they're like, oh, hey, Pokebank users, congrats! Now here's the hidden ability to the starters. I don't know. We have to find out when exactly they're going to be giving out this ability. For now, it's definitely not legal, so don't run it. Like, it doesn't even allow me to use it. It's just me showcasing what you could potentially do with it. And essentially, I just removed Scald for Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice has base 90, but you have to think about it. It's boosting it as well. They don't state it, but it is. It's not really an 8 move, but it changes normal moves into water moves, you know, which are only the sound-based ones. And I really hope that this thing learns Boom Burst. You know how amazing it would be if it learns Boom Burst? Come on, it's vocal. It's a vocal Pokemon. It sings all the time. Screech, scream, screamo. Definitely get this thing some Boom Burst. Please, Game Freak, if you're watching this video somehow and you're stumbling across it, check out my Soundcloud, first of all. Second off, definitely please try and give the thing Boom Burst, because that'd be a monster. Like, anything that is weak against water would not switch in on Spec's Liquid Voice Boom Burst. It would not. So, goals, definitely goals there. But like I said, it's the same set, just with the Liquid Voice. So, not much of a change there. Not much of an EV spread change there. It's just more bulkier. And then we have this AV set. You could work around the, what is it, special defense there. And you could put in like 56 special defense. That way that you can become a lot bulkier with that AV. And like I said, best coverage moves right here, in my opinion. IMO, I think these are the best coverage moves that Primarina can learn. And with this AV, it should be able to take a lot of hits. Like, I think it could take a Volt Switch from Rotom easily, actually. Easily. What am I talking about? Easily. So there's gonna be that, and he's not released yet. And there's a lot of things people don't understand because a lot of Mons aren't released yet. Like, the meta IMO, I think, is gonna hugely change, drastically I should say, because we don't have all the common threats like Lando and Heatran and Rotom and Lottie and Genesect. Whenever Pokebank comes out, he's gonna be immediately an OU because he's already dropped back down. Same like Mega Mawile and shit like that. So it's like, he is not, all these mons are not released yet, and this is gonna drastically change the meta because we're going off based off not using these common mons like Keldeo 2 and Azumarill and all this stuff. We're going off not using these common mons. So it's like, we kind of need to prepare next month when all of this stuff is gonna let loose and hell will drop and all this stuff is gonna be allowed to use. For now though, these what I think is the best Primarina sets. It has handled its job very well. It handles the job especially well against Pheromosa. I kind of see it as a Pheromosa check because it resists all of its moves. It resists Ice Beam, it resists High Jump Kick, and it resists Bug Buzz. So, especially the AV set. So you can shred Pheromosa. With Buzzwall, you resist both of his stab moves as well, but it's Buzzwall, so you're gonna have to watch out. Not necessarily, I'd say, because you can still handle Buzzwall pretty efficiently. And I guess kind of Kartana will definitely shred you. His attack set is way too high, and his Leaf Blade stab will absolutely shred you. So don't look at that. But it's like the thing handles most of the Ultra Beasts outside of like Xurkitree and Kartana. It honestly handles all the Ultra Beasts, dude. Like, I mean, sure, Nihilego could be somewhat of a problem because it can learn Thunderbolt and has Stab Sludge Wave, but it's the fact that it can take one and shred it with like a Scald or a Hyper Voice, Liquid Voice boosted. So, you know, it can shred it. And I think the Tapu Kokos are definitely annoying to it. Tapu Fini can't do much to. Definitely Tapu Bulu can't do anything to. Tapu Koko shreds it, as well as Tapu Lele can also shred it. So the Tapus are definitely something to not sleep on. They can do something as well. So definitely look into consideration with that. But these are the Primarina sets that I think are the best sets. I'll always leave a paste bin within the description so that you guys can be able to use it. Primarina is actually a really good Pokemon. I think it's really underestimated. The next Pokemon moveset I'm gonna do, I actually have no idea. I might finish with the Ultra Beast, start with Tapus, and then do the rest. Kind of a little sprinkled in there. Cause I still have Nihilego and Kartana to do. I think those are like the last two that I have left to do because I've done them all. So Be on the lookout for that this week though, guys. I'm going to be working on that, but all the starters have been taken care of. And as always, all the paste bins are linked within the description if you guys want to sit down and actually use these Pokemon on Showdown. You can, make them yourself and put them on the actual game, try and breed for it and stuff like that. So by all means, with that, I think it's going to wrap up the video. Guys, you let me know what you think of these Primarina sets. If you find any of the sets, by all means, leave it in the comments down below and what other sets you deem as viable. And yeah, with that being said though, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to get out of here. I am NumbNexus. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.